right now. Dope stuff, dope stuff. Down here. Hey man, I can see a little bit more just a little bit more flavor out here too. A whole lot more flavor. Like different varieties or ethnicities of women out here. Man, this right here is live as hell. This shit reminds me of like any like metro area downtown, really, but more so because of the traffic.
Download the app for free and embark on a journey where your adventures not only become unforgettable memories, but also opportunities to earn. With Passport Bros, your travel content is more than just photos and videos. It's your ticket to a fully monetizable network of like-minded adventurers. Imagine making money from your travel stories. Post videos, share your experiences, and let the world be a part of your journey. But that's not all. Connect with travelers from around the globe, join co-ed groups, and make lasting friendships, perhaps even with foreign women who share your passion for exploration. And here's the best part. Store your earnings securely in your Passport Bros wallet. No hassle, no worries. Just seamless transactions wherever your travels take you. Looking for the best local experiences? Passport Bros has got you covered. Get personalized recommendations for tour guides, rentals, and the hottest clubs in town. Did we mention the app is absolutely free to download? That's right. Your passport to a world of adventure is just a click away. And here's the cherry on top. With Passport Bros, you can make money while exploring new places. Turn your passion for travel into a source of income, right from your mobile device. So what are you waiting for? Download Passport Bros now, share your journey, connect with fellow explorers, and let the adventure begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
All right. We are live. Welcome, family, to another show. Get this straight right here. Here we go. Got my man Flight Madness, Danny Dixon, with us today. What's going on, brother?
Yo, man, how's it going? I guess it's a good morning over there, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We in different time zones, player.
Yes, sir, man. It's about to be 10:40 p.m. over here, so we're right towards the end of the day.
Okay, so you over there in China right now, right?
Yeah, I'm back in China now. I did a little bit of traveling last month, like early January, a little bit of traveling in the Philippines, and I was scoping out some new places I might go to, some new places I might move to. So yeah.
Okay. So most guys, especially the brothers, we kind of do the Caribbean and South America. You got a lot of guys in the DR and Colombia, and of course we love Brazil, and even in some cases we go to Southeast Asia and Thailand. But why did you choose to start your journey out in China?
So like I started off like I come from a military family. So my mom, she was
Hmm.
based in South Korea for about 5 years. And she always told me like I should go to South Korea. Like my whole life, she's always been telling me that. So when I was in university, there are lots of beautiful Korean girls who were studying at the university, and that
Well,
kind of caught my attention.
hold on, real quick. So your mom actually suggested for you to go to South Korea when you was growing up?
Yeah. Hold on, bro. Let me get the picture. I want to show you. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, I got you. I got you. All right, I want to welcome everybody that's coming in the chat. Shout out to my man Yoga, Brandon Clark in the building. He says stocks and passports. That's what's up. They got my man Kirby Films in the building as well. He says, "What up, BMT gentlemen? Please be safe." Okay. Oh, okay, nice. Military mom,
Yeah.
beautiful.
My mom took this photo in South Korea sometime in the 90s. I don't remember, but yeah. So
Okay,
military army. So Sergeant
nice,
Dixon. So yeah,
nice.
yeah. My whole life, she always told me because in my house, like my mom bought all kind of like Korean souvenirs. So I
Mhm.
just grew up seeing a lot of foreign stuff in my home, and she was like, "Yeah, South Korea is awesome." So when I was in university, I started dating the international ladies, and
Mhm.
you know, that's how I got my interest started. I'm like, hey,
So,
America,
so
it's got a
hold on. I don't want to get too personal, but your mom doesn't mind you dating outside of your race?
no, my mom never really had a problem with that.
Okay.
Because like in the army is pretty common. So I
Mhm.
made a video a few days ago. Well, I posted a video about how Passport Bros got started, and I talked about how you kind of like you started the like original brand Passport Bros, how it
Right.
kind of blew up. Like first we had the
Mhm.
Facebook group Black Men Travels, then that
Mhm.
Facebook group got taken down. You started Black Men Travels 2.0, and then I think you also started Passport Bros around that time, and you
Right.
funneled all the people into that. And that's how
Mhm.
Passport Bros started blowing up with all the stuff, all the controversy, all the guys traveling, and
Mhm.
but the original traveling men, I think, were probably the military because
Facts.
I
Facts.
grew up on a military base. I lived in Germany for 4 years when I was a kid. I was born in America, South Carolina, and then like
Mhm.
at the age of 2, me and my mom moved to Germany, and I lived there for like 4 years, and that's pretty common for military families. So, yeah, when
And
you're in the military,
how old was you when you was in Germany?
I was 2 years old, and I came back to America when I was 6.
Okay. Okay. And I know that's so young, you probably don't really remember the experience you had in Germany, right?
I remember a lot of weird stuff. Like, they had a Burger King there, right? Like that's
Mhm.
the one memory I have is like I remember we went through a Burger King drive-through, and they gave like the crown back then. Like if you go to Burger King, they give you like a crown with their order. That's like the one memory I have. And like yeah, I grew up on like they like an international kindergarten or something. Uh, you
Mhm.
know, they put you in like an international school. So I just have memories like me eating sand when I was like a little kid. 'Cause I really liked the taste of sand, and that's like
Okay.
one of my first memories.
Okay. So you've been pretty much been infused with the international lifestyle before.
Yeah, I mean the military does that to guys. Like a lot of guys misunderstood that video I posted. Like they were
They
like,
did. They did.
yeah,
They
like
really did.
they didn't understand. Like, hey, when I'm talking about Passport Bros, I'm talking about the
Mhm.
brand name Passport Bros and how it's
Mhm.
like gotten popular now. But yeah, in terms of like traveling men, the military is probably responsible for that starting, like traveling American men,
Mhm.
because the military just pushes a lot of people in the different countries and it pushes their kids there. And for me, that's what happened to me. So that's probably why I'm not really afraid to travel like maybe some people are because I grew up traveling.
Okay, but now you said your mom mentioned South Korea, but why'd you end up in China?
Man, so I lived in South Korea for a year, and I do English teaching, guys. So a lot of you guys are wondering,
Mhm.
I've been living overseas for the past 10 years, y'all. So I left America back in 2014, and I've been living on my own overseas for about 10 years. And that's counting like not even counting like the 4 years I spent as a kid in Germany, but basically 10 years on my own as an independent adult. So that's how I make my money, English teaching. And the job I had in South Korea wasn't really very good. Like, here's the thing, guys. With English teaching, you can make a lot of money. Like, I know guys who they can make, like, if you're smart about how you do things, guys, you can make over $100 an hour, $150 an hour, $200 an hour teaching English. There are ways to do that. And so English teaching is very, very lucrative, especially for us Americans. So that's what I did in South Korea. And my job there, it was pretty good, but it was not ideal. Like, I did not get along with my boss, and the work environment was not very good. So after like a few months there, I was like, hey, I'm ready to leave. And I had a friend, like a classmate, he lived in China, like my part of China that I'm in now. And he was like, man, you should come over to China, bro. Like, I can get you a good job over here. You can have like a lot of vacation time, good money. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm ready to get out of South Korea, man. Because, South Korea is a nice country, but it's kind of small. Like China, the part of China that I'm in Sichuan province. And this province that I'm in is bigger than all of South Korea. So the part of China that I'm in, Sichuan, is basically like bigger. I think the population might also be bigger, but the landmass area I'm pretty sure is bigger, and the population of my area. So that gives you an idea, guys. Like, I knew when I came to China, I can be here for a long time, and I can probably never get bored because there's always so many people, so many places to go. It's hard to beat it.
Okay. So can you share your experiences of living as a Black man in Asia? Like, what have been some of the challenges and some of the highlights?
Okay, so a Black man in Asia. So this is pretty interesting, guys. So it's a complex answer because there are different kinds of Black guys, right? So, like, for example, in China, we have tons of African guys.
Okay.
In general, Black American men are very underrepresented in the travel space. There's not many Black American guys who are traveling over here to China or over to Asia, or who are traveling in general. Like, we're getting the numbers up, but like in general, the number is not super high. So we're kind of underrepresented. So when people give their perception, it's not enough data points, right? Like, in order for us to say, hold on, getting sick over here. There's like a China sickness going on. I'm getting sick over here. But yeah, like, basically, there's not enough data points for people to say Black people get treated like this. I can just give my personal experience because, okay, like for me, I've had a lot of nice experiences with ladies over here. I let you guys use your imagination, but like, for me, the things that are most important is getting money and beautiful women. Those are two things that I focus on the most, right? I don't really care about racism if it doesn't really affect those two things for me. Like, as long as I'm getting money and getting beautiful women, I don't really care about that other stuff that people seem to focus a lot of time and energy on. So yeah, I'll just say, like, as a Black man, getting money and getting women over here in Asia, it's been pretty good to me.
Okay. I got my first super chat of the day. I want to give a shout out to my man Andre, from Andre and Andrea Love Crossing Borders, with the 40 Colombian meal. I appreciate that. 40 meal. He says, a couple of my favorite Passport Bro YouTubers. Great interview. Shout out to my man Andre, man. Shout out to my man Andre. Did you send Andre a bag? Yeah, I sent Andre a bag too, man.
Oh yeah, I gotta send him one. Maybe like we can connect over Facebook.
We'll touch on this a little later in the show, but I was gonna represent.
Oh yeah, man. Thanks, man. Oh yeah, man. I forgot completely about showing off the bag. I was thinking about all the other stuff I wanted to talk about, but yeah, y'all.
That's all good. It's all good, man. So you say basically you haven't had any negative experiences, being a Black man And is that, you want to say Asia in general or just in China? Have you ran any problems just because you've been to a few countries in Asia now?
Yeah, I've been to a few. Like I lived in Korea for a year. I've been living in
Mm,
China for over 9 years. I've been traveling to Thailand a lot these past few months. I was in Japan for like a week, and I was in the Philippines for about 2 weeks. So here's the thing, guys. So I've been here for almost 10 years, right? Like Asia for basically 10 years.
mm,
Like during that 10-year period, yeah, there have been some times where maybe some person did something that I didn't like, or they said something I didn't like. But it's like, I don't want that to color in my perception. I've been here 10 years, like getting money and like having a great
mm,
time. So I feel like it would be wrong for me to complain about, something that's like some kind of small incident. It's like, I don't,
okay.
after it happens, I kind of just wipe it from my mind. Like, it's like that kind of stuff can happen anywhere where people might judge you or they say something stupid to you. Um, if that was happening a lot, then yeah, I would probably complain about it or I might move somewhere else. But the fact that I've been in China for 9 years, like people don't get it, man. Like Aaron, like people don't get it. Like people are really blinded by what the media says about China. Like they can't believe that a black man is living over here and he's like, I can live pretty much anywhere I want, guys. Like I told you, guys, I do English teaching, right? So with
Mm,
English teaching, with the money I make, I can pretty much live in any country, especially in Asia. And if I'm choosing to live in China, that should tell you guys that there's probably some good things about China that maybe you don't know about. And if the media is telling you, like, hey, Chinese people are racist or like something about the government or some stuff like that, it's like,
mm,
you gotta look at people who are here. Unfortunately, there's not many black people here. So like maybe I'm like the only person who's like saying this stuff on the internet. So it's maybe
mhm,
hard to believe me, but I'm saying y'all, China, it's been really good to me and I'm thinking I'm gonna stay here. I thought I was gonna maybe move somewhere else just because I've been here so long. But like actually I decided like, hey man, like compared to the other places, China gives me a really, really good situation. And plus
okay.
I can travel. Like I can easily travel to the other countries as much as I want pretty much. So staying based in China, I think I'm gonna keep China as my home base and just
Mhm,
travel around a lot. I thought I was gonna move maybe just like for like to switch it up 'cause I've been here for almost 10 years.
mhm,
But then I
mhm.
was like, nah, man, like I've been around and my situation here is really good.
Okay. Okay, I got another super chat here by my man Free Society Incorporated. I appreciate the $5 super chat. He says, how was Thailand during Songkran? Was you there during Songkran? I was. It was too much for me. But did you visit Thailand
I'll
during
let you talk
Songkran?
about it. I wasn't there. You can tell us about it. I wasn't
Talking about doing it for the entire month now. It's too much, man. I mean, they be, they get back. The Thais they get back doing Songkran. I just put it that way. That's I'm just gonna say that they get back. It's all in good fun, but they tend to aim for the eyes, and in some cases they aim for the eyes while you're driving your motorcycle, even though the police tell them not to do that. A friend of mine got in a bad accident because somebody sprayed him, in the face as he's, the bike. Of course, he fell off the bike and slid and messed the stuff up. So Sunkrun is crazy, bro. It is crazy. I mean, I went down the road and we thought we was trying to be slick and try to go through like a little alley because there's plenty of alleys out there, and they just doused us, man. They just I mean, it was ridiculous. Like I say before, the source they get the water is anywhere, so they'll go get some water from a puddle from the street, like or the nasty little water in the ocean out there or the bay out there in Pattaya. It just you know if you want to have fun, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? If you're a real active person, you don't mind. But if you want to be a little laid back, I would go anytime outside of Songkran. Personally, in my opinion. But speaking of Thailand, you spent some time in Thailand, man. What's the different vibe you get from Thailand to China?
All right, so I've been to Thailand about 3 times now. 2 times in Pattaya, 1 time in Bangkok. And
Hmm.
basically the vibe I get, y'all, the vibe I get is that Thailand is like one of the happiest countries I've ever been to. It's like as soon as you
Facts.
land, it's like You feel like the energy, like people are happy, smiling, relaxed, people are chilled, you know, like there's no like stress. Like I'm in a big city and like even in especially in South Korea and when I was in Japan, like you just feel like the energy is like hustle, 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 move, move, move.
Mm-hmm.
And in Thailand, it's just more chilled out. It's like people are enjoying life. And I really appreciate that, you know. That's what I
You
really
know what?
value. So yeah.
It's something about people that wear flip flops during the day and at work. You know what I'm saying? Like how stressful can your day be if you walking around with flip flops and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about Thailand. Everybody is just kind of just they get to it when they get to it. You know.
Mm.
I know I had the cable installed in my apartment. It was like, oh, we're gonna be there at like 9 o'clock. I'm like, all right. They came like 9 o'clock the next day, you know. But I'm like, hey, I know where I'm at, you know. It
Yeah.
is what it is. So you say it's a little bit more laid back out there. Did you do any dating out there in Thailand? Can you tell us any differences in the dating from Thailand to China?
So I'm actually planning on experimenting a lot more with this in the next year. Just traveling to Bangkok more. 'Cause I think dating might be a little bit difficult to do in Pattaya, but I think in Bangkok you maybe are more likely to be able to find like a normal girl to like do your dating thing. But yeah, I'm planning on traveling out to Bangkok a few more times just to do some research. You know, do a little bit of research.
Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to see what flag is that.
That's the Philippines.
That's the Philippines. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about the Philippines, man. Hey, these dudes with these names, man. But I can't even pronounce the name, bro. I mean, I don't want to say your name, but dude, and the masters of the community, bro. You're a fool, man. But yeah, tell us a little bit about your experience in the Philippines, brother.
All right, y'all. So look, I don't want to burst any bubbles because I know a lot of guys want to travel to the Philippines. Like a lot of guys been hitting me up asking about the Philippines. Y'all telling me you got your flights booked, you're excited. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to ruin your enthusiasm. But I'm gonna put it like this, guys. The Philippines, yeah, it's good to go see. And I enjoyed the food, but I did not enjoy like the local food. So like the Philippines food, it kind of has a really bad reputation, right? It
I
has
didn't
a
know that.
yeah, like it
That's
has
great.
like the
The Thai food is,
reputation.
is great. That's strange.
I mean, the Philippines has the reputation as like the worst food in Asia. So it's like compared to the rest of the food, I kind of agree. Like and also guys, here's the thing: if we're talking about women, right? We're talking about going to a place for beautiful women. The Philippines does not hold a candle to Korea, China, Japan, or Thailand in terms of beautiful women. And I don't want to disrespect the
Mm.
guys who got like maybe you got like a Filipina girlfriend or something, but like I'm keeping 100% in terms of like meeting beautiful women, like a high number of beautiful women in your area. I was in Manila, I was in Cebu. I'll tell you guys, the Philippines does not hold a candle to those other major Asian countries in terms of beautiful women, in terms of
Mhm.
number, in terms of like the average woman walking down the street. Like I could go down, I live in the city center in this city in China. I could go down there
Mhm.
and just in a casual walk, I can see at least 20 beautiful women who I could probably make girlfriend material, like something like that. I'd be okay having my girlfriend. But like walking around the Philippines, like Manila, and trust me, guys, I was there with two other guys, two other American guys. I was there
Mhm.
with like another black guy,
Mhm.
kind of average looking black guy, and I was there with
Mhm.
like a white guy who maybe would be considered handsome in Asia. So I got like three different perspectives there, and we've all been living in Asia for over 10 years, guys. And
Mhm.
real talk, even like the online dating, like Tinder, when I was like swiping on there, the girl who I like met with was a Chinese girl. Like the girl who I
Mhm.
thought was like, yeah, so it was like really kind of messed up. Like one of the most beautiful girls that I swiped on Tinder in the Philippines was Chinese. And that just kind of told me like, dang man, like maybe I should probably stick to China. Stick to China. Even though I'm about to die over here.
Okay.
I'm about to die over here, but
Oh man.
I think I should probably stick to China, man. Even though I'm about to catch another something, I don't even know what I'm catching. But yeah, um, y'all. Um, real talk. I hate to burst the bubble. I know a lot of guys is very controversial, but I was really shocked, guys, because so many guys recommend the Philippines. Like so many guys in our community have been recommending the Philippines, and
Mm-hmm.
they say, "Oh man, the women there, the women there." But man, when I got there, man, like the women there, even like the women at the go-go bars, like the women you pay for, like the quality is just not there, guys. Like only
Do
like in a
you,
couple
do you think
bars.
it's more so of the treatment? The guys get better treatment in the Philippines than going for looks.
I mean, bro, like if you want like an you can find that anywhere, guys. Like if you want like an unattractive woman to treat you like a king, you
Mm-hmm.
can find that in pretty much almost any country. But like for me, I got pretty high standards, guys. Like not even yeah, I guess high standards. Like because I've been living in Asia for 10 years. So the types of women that I find attractive, I've literally seen thousands of Asian women, guys. So like that kind of changes my opinion compared to a guy who's fresh out the matrix, right? Like we got a lot of guys who are fresh out the matrix. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
you've never been surrounded by Asian women before. So you see
Mm-hmm.
the first Asian, like the first few Asian women, you think, oh man, this girl's hot. But like for guys who've been living in Asia for X number of years and you have experience with dating Asian women, your taste in women gets a lot higher.
They,
And
they,
I'm
they,
telling
they,
you,
they, they gave you some heat in the chat, man. They give you some heat in the chat.
hey,
All
y'all
right,
gotta come at me.
I got a
I'm
question for you.
100%.
He said, "Are the women in China approachable for black men?" Shad and Bacalao.
The women in China. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially like in the nightclubs, guys. So like for me, for many years, I spent a lot of time just approaching women on the street, and you can meet women that way. I've had lots of good interactions, lots of crazy fun. Just like I'm walking around, me and my friends, and I see a beautiful woman. I go up and I start a conversation with her, and like some good stuff happens. I'll let you use your imagination. But yeah, I've had a lot of good experiences. And let me look in this comment section. I saw some people writing some stuff that I'm probably
Well,
I want to
hold on before you do that. I want to ask you about the comparison to Thailand as well. Like you say, you didn't see that much in the Philippines. Did you see what you like in the Thailand?
yeah. Thailand has pretty good quality women. Like I definitely could see myself finding what I like over there. And especially because I don't know if you noticed this, but it seems like maybe I really like Chinese women because the Thai girls who I met that I
Mhm.
really thought were hot, all of them, they all tell me, hey, like I'm mixed with Chinese, like all like a lot of Thai girls, they say, oh, I'm mixed, like my dad is Chinese or something. And it's like, but guys, trust me, this is not just about my taste in Chinese women. Trust me, guys, the major countries, Korea, Japan, China, Thailand, the quality of women in these countries, much higher than the Philippines. Much higher.
You left one off the list, but I'm gonna let it stay off the list. All I want to do is blowing up the spot. I got a question. He said, "What credentials are needed to teach English, and how long did it take for you to get hired?"
Okay, this is pretty interesting. It depends on the country. Some countries, all
Mhm.
you need to do is be born in a English speaking country.
Mhm.
Um, Actually, for you guys who are interested, I created a free quick start English teaching guide.
Mhm.
Aaron, I don't know if you pinned the comment, but basically you can sign up for, just put your email. I'll send you a free book about how you can get started in English teaching. My website is flightmadness.com, and you just go to English teaching and put in your email, and I'll give you a book. But basically, guys, you can get started in English teaching maybe less than 3 months, really, like if you're really on it. I've helped guys. Guys have
Should
been
be.
paying me for consultations about English teaching, and one guy, he got a job in less than a week in Thailand. He got a job there.
Oh
So
wow!
you can get a
Now
yeah.
I have a question, man. Like, isn't it difficult with you not being able to speak their tongue to actually teach them because they don't speak English? So you're teaching them English. Is that difficult to communicate with them?
No, it's not, because most students come to the classroom speaking basic English.
Oh
So
wow,
most students,
wow, that is crazy. Okay.
yeah, unless you're like teaching like little babies or something, they all speak basic English because they've been learning it their whole life. And they come to you because they want to take their English to the next level by practicing with a native English speaker. Because we're born in an English speaking country, we're considered native. And yeah, basically the market here is really big, guys. Like especially in the market in Asia. Asians spend a ton of money on education and English teaching. Ooh, am I still there?
Yeah, yeah,
You
we hear
still
you.
oh, yeah. Okay. English teaching is a really big market, so you can make a ton of money here. I've been doing it for 10 years, guys. Um, so yeah, you can like live a pretty like you guys see me like I travel a lot. Um, I live a pretty chill lifestyle. You know, I don't really. Hopefully I don't come across like a hard worker. I'm kind of a chill guy. So you know, you see me traveling a lot and having a fun time and partying a lot, and I'm still making money overseas because English teaching, you know, it gives you that kind of lifestyle. So for the past year, I've been helping guys get into English teaching, and yeah, just go to my website Flight Madness and click on English teaching, and basically, yeah, you'll see you can see the the options available to you. Aaron, I'll
Okay.
send you the link for the English teaching one. I'll send you the exact link. That way
Okay.
they can just go to the page. But yeah, um, yeah, man. Flight
All right.
Madness
So I
English
got a
teaching.
couple of I got a couple of comments for you. Hold on. I just saw that. Ron Saluyuki. I live in Japan, and I believe there are some good-looking ladies. The high social girls are the top versus lower economic type ladies. Japan has a social circle lifestyle. Ladies are shy compared to Thai. Shout out to Ron. Shout out my man
Mhm.
Ron. You been to Japan, right?
Yeah, yeah. I've been to Tokyo.
All right. So what's the vibe out there with the ladies? You said Chinese look because I've been to Japan for a couple of days and the women look a little bit beautiful to me too.
Okay, like Japanese women, they are really good with the makeup and like it's really nice. And I'd say they're better with makeup than Korean girls because Korean girls put on a lot of makeup. But I'd say Japanese girls, they do it in a way that makes it look kind of natural and beautiful. I'd say that Japanese girls, they're kind of on the slim side. They're on the
Mm.
slim side compared to Korean girls. Like if you want thick Asian girls, South Korea is probably the best country for you in terms of like women with legs and like
South Korea,
you
really?
guys, your eyes
Okay.
gonna pop out of your head like if you like thick Asian girls like South Korea is like yeah that's the country to go to for the thickies. You can find that too and you can find thick Asian women in all of Asia, but like it's gonna be more like either the girl goes to the gym, like if she goes to the gym, she can
Mhm.
get like a thick gym body, or it's just genetics. There are some girls who just their genetics makes them more thick, and I've met both girls and I like both types of girls, so you can get some thick girls. You just have to do a little filtering.
All right, I got Zara Mario says Japan is number one. I agree with that. Korean women mostly plastic surgery beauties. If you like cyborg chicks that got their beauty from the surgeon knife, then sure. Otherwise, no to Korea. So he's kind of bucking on you a little bit
Um, all right, this is your opinion, man. But yeah, I mean, South Korea. Here's the thing, guys. So, while I think that South Korean women are some of the most beautiful, in terms of like finding a woman who's like, a lot of guys want that king treatment, right? Like they want to roll into a country. I get a woman who treats me like a king, and I don't have to do any work. That's gonna be more difficult to find in the richer Asian countries, guys. So like the more developed the country is,
there. Hmm.
the wealthier the people are there. So like in South Korea, Japan, China, women can make their own money. Now they
Hmm.
still treat you like they still are feminine, but it's like when a person doesn't need you as much, they're less likely to try hard to make you happy. That's just how humans are, you know. Like if we don't need somebody, like think about it. You guys who travel a lot, think about how now you're traveling the world and you got more options with women, right? So because you got more options, you're not gonna settle for that behavior that you're getting in America from women. And that's how
Mm.
people are. Like we got more options now, so you got to work harder to please me, and that's how it is in the richer countries. So
I got, no,
yeah,
go ahead.
well, yeah, I mean, I forgot the question. I was rambling, so yeah, you can
I
go
got
to the next
Marvin
question.
Witt here says, do you need to have game or not in China, or can I just be myself?
I think that to get like top quality women, you need to have game pretty much everywhere, at least a little bit of game. Like you need to be able to get from point A to point B. So when I say game, I mean here's my definition of game, guys. So I think that I might disagree with the definition. Oh, go guys are signing up for my thing. Oh, I'm getting all these email notifications. Guys are signing up for my
That's what's
book.
up.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot for pinning my comment, man. But yeah, in my opinion, to get the top quality women in any country, you need to have at least a little bit of game because game is basically getting a woman to sign up for your program. So like I'm a man, I'm trying to get the woman to say, "Hey, I want to get on this guy's program. I want to do what he wants me to do. I want to get the benefits of being with him." So in order to go from like, okay, I see the woman, I want her to like, get with me. It helps to have game because you got to be able to like put the woman on your program and she's like, hey man, I'm signing up for Danny's life. Like Danny's traveling the world, he's making pretty good money. He's in the gym a lot. If I hang out with Danny, I'm gonna get a better body because Danny's in the gym every day. He can teach me stuff. Like he can teach me how to start my own business. Like I got my own businesses, guys. So that's kind of more attractive to women. I can like say like, hey, I can teach you how to do your own business too. Like I can change a woman's life. So
Mhm.
a woman wants to get on my program because that's what I'm offering. That's why she might choose me. There are other
Okay.
guys who are taller or more handsome than me that she
Mhm.
might not want to get with because they don't have the game. They don't have the game to give her like, hey, you want to sign up for my lifestyle. So that's how I get beautiful women, even though I might not be like the most best looking guy. So you
You
got
know
I
what?
think you need game. You need game.
Yeah, yeah. Like game is important if you want to use the word game. But one of the biggest things is learning that language, man. Like if you can learn some that language, that goes tenfold because they're impressed. They're impressed, and
Yeah.
then you have an accent. So not only, especially in Southeast Asia or Asia in general, you're exotic. You know the language. And like you said, you can put them on. Women like all women like a little bit of a come up, and then you're American. You got the American status, right? Everybody wants to learn your language, right? For a reason. That's the pretty much in general, that's the empire's language. You get the empire's dollars in some cases too. Maybe not necessarily in your situation, but in most American situations while they're overseas, you're getting the empire's dollars as well. So yeah, that goes a long way. I got another super chat, but my man Andre from Andre in Nigeria, love crossing borders with the 10 mil. I appreciate that. He said, sounds like South Korea was Aaron's secret spot. I caught that reaction, or am I wrong? You wrong, sir. South Korea. I've never been to South Korea. South Korea is not my secret spot. But I will tell you, your boy BMT like the brown-skinned Asians. So that lets you know it's somewhere in Southeast Asia, where the most brown Asian women are. I will say that. I gotta admit that. A lot of people don't know about that. Like when I be showing guys pictures of women from this country, they be like, nah, no way. I be like, nah, man, that melanin is all over the world. So yeah, I can't mess up my secret spot. But I gave you guys a hint. It's the brownest skinned Asians. I will say that. You know what I'm talking about, Danny? You know what country?
I already know. Man. I
and,
know. I'll keep it a secret. I'll keep it a
I, and,
secret.
I, and I feel what you're saying, man, because with the heavy makeup, Thai women got the makeup down perfect too. Sometimes, you wake up, you just like, who's this? Like that much. You know, it's a lot. They got it perfected. It's not. It doesn't look like the cake on makeup that the sisters wear in the States. You know, it looks more like dim, right? It blends in, but you know that next morning you just like, what in the hell? So yeah. Drew G, be quiet, man. Be quiet, bro. Be quiet. He said, I know what country that is. I'm not saying anything. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, they think they know. They think they know something in the chat.
They're trying to blow up the spot, man. They're trying to blow it up.
Hey, I've been promised to secrecy. I've been promised to secrecy.
Yeah.
So if you got to choose any other country besides China, what country would you choose?
Right now it looks like Thailand, because Thailand is just like it has everything. Here's the thing. So these countries, they're getting a lot more traffic. They're getting a lot more foreigners there. So I think that's interesting. I don't really like being surrounded by too many foreigners, you know. I like being like a mix of like local. So like I feel like if I move to Thailand, I'll just get caught up in a foreigner bubble. And I'm
You
okay with
will.
that, but it's like,
Well, I mean, it depends. I say if you're in Pattaya, yes. In Bangkok, you'll be around foreigners as well, but at least you'll be around different types of foreigners.
yeah.
Right.
Like I want to hang out with like people who are like people online business people, and I think Thailand is a good place for that. You'll be surrounded by guys who are like maybe trying to hustle a business on their laptop, and I like being surrounded by that kind of energy.
You know what, man? It's funny because I was on somebody else's panel yesterday, and I realized that the guys like in Latin America or the Caribbean, because a lot of brothers, you know, expat there, that they only seem like one side of the world to a certain degree, right? A lot of them have never experienced how it feels to be able to walk to the ATM at 3 o'clock in the morning, pull out some money, count the money as you're walking home, you know, even maybe doze off with the money in your hand on the side of the street and wake up in this deal. Damn. Like, so that's why I try to tell brothers, because I be like, look, man, I get that we all from the hood, we all tough, we all came up in the grimy cities of North America, but at some point you need to feel something. You need to feel some different energy. You need to feel some peace and tranquility in your life, and it's nothing like that anywhere in the Western Hemisphere, in my opinion, than you going to countries in Asia for the most part. I'm pretty sure some countries in Europe, but I mean, whatever. But I'm just saying in general, bro, it's a certain type of tranquility that you get. Like you said, you lay back, man. I mean, that's the vibe out there. And that's why I try to tell guys, hey, man, you know, even when I'm in DR, I'll be like, have you ever been to Bangkok or Thailand? I don't want to go there. I don't like to do it. I'm like, all right, but, you know, I'm hearing what you're saying about, you know, certain things now, and I know that your narrative is limited because you haven't been to the other side of the world yet. For example, I'm gonna give you a prime example what I mean by that. I'm having a conversation and it's about quote unquote black dudes and pookies and we the worst and all this, and I'm sitting here like, bro, you don't know shit. I've hung out with Aussies and Irishmen in Thailand. I know they get down. If that's not some pookie shit, you see what I'm saying? Like, there's no ethnicity that's more classy or more smart or just so much better than the other. Like, we go super hard on each other because that's all we know, that's all we see, until you go to the other side of the world and you start hanging with other types of ethnicities and you like, oh, these motherfuckers on some dusty shit too. They just ran off on the bill, you know. But we have this narrative that, oh, all white people are perfect in North America. Like, oh no, they would never run off on the bill. Yet what? You know, like all the fights that happened in Thailand that I've seen between foreigners and the Thai people have been Europeans, every single one. And it's a lot of them. Every single night, some European dude is high off whatever, or they got a big, you know, he's on steroids. I remember one time I'm on Walker Street and it's this white guy with the little, you know, aesthetic muscles. He's like, man, I just want to fuck somebody tonight up, dude. You know, bumping everybody and everything. I'm just sitting here like, this is what the other part that the guys don't see. Like, so when you travel over there, you don't have to travel just necessarily for the women, just in general, to have like more of a well balanced perception of the world at large. Is what I'm trying to say. Hopefully, I wasn't trying to be too long with that.
Yeah, that makes sense. And one thing you guys gonna understand, like, you know, if we want to get like we're getting kind of PG-13. Let me tell you something. Um, a lot of these other guys, like these kind of European guys, these Middle Eastern guys, when you're walking around like Pattaya or something, you might see like the lady boys or the trans stuff, and I think to myself like, hey, who's the? They're coming out here every night, so they got to be making money. And then I found out, actually those lady boys, they're making a lot of money. They're making a lot of money from those European guys, kind of white guys, Middle Eastern guys. Those guys are the ones who are paying lots of money for those like trans women. I don't think it's many like maybe Black American guys who are doing that. I don't think so. It's those
Facts.
other guys who are doing that kind of stuff,
Facts.
man. So they try to like whenever I see look, some guys they talk trash, right? So you post a photo of yourself with an Asian woman, there's gonna be some guy in the comment section saying, "Oh, make sure she's not like a trans, make sure she's not a lady boy."
That's
But real
that's
talk, guys,
that's another one. Yep.
yeah, it's like it's not us black men who are like hooking up with the lady boys. Not really. It's like it's the other guys, like especially the Middle Eastern guys. Like, those guys. My friend told me. Like my friend told. I have a friend from like Libya. He was in some kind of country, and he had a conversation with like a lady boy, and the lady boy told him like about how all the Middle Eastern guys, like those guys, are paying like big bucks for these like anyway, but it's kind of nasty, right? I don't want to talk too much about it, but yeah.
Right. And another thing, people say that passport bros don't have like a good name in certain countries and everything. Have you ever ran into anybody that mentioned passport bros, or have you said the name out there and got any type of feedback? Because I remember when I was in Thailand, I'm in the elevator. It's me and my man Tommy. I think we had just finished going to the club or either playing basketball. I think it was playing basketball. We was hooping. And a white guy comes in, older white guy. This is the funniest ever, man. Older white guy comes in the elevator and he was like, "Hey, are you what they call the passport bros?" And we were just like, yeah. And he said, "Oh, awesome, man. I'm a passport bro too." So it's just
Oh,
like you got different narratives out there. But what have you had any run-ins with about the passport bros out there?
so not in China. Look, there are a lot of people who know about it, right? So like a lot of young men know about it.
Mhm.
Women are pretty like if like foreign women, unless she dated a foreigner before who like talked about it with her, like foreign women over here probably don't know about it. I saw a post. I'm in the Passport Bros app, guys. So you guys need to download the Passport Bros app. I saw a
Oh, we,
post
oh, oh, we got to
yesterday.
we got to pop it in there, man. They don't know. We got to pop it in there.
Yeah, yeah. Like I saw a post yesterday about some guy. He said, "Hey, I bumped into a girl wearing a Passport Bros Thailand shirt. I guess he was in Bangkok or Pattaya. So like I guess some
Right.
guys out there, they got their smash pieces wearing their Passport Bro clothing. So yeah.
But let me clear that up too. I did give away a lot of Passport Bros t-shirts while I was out in Thailand, and it just took off. So I let a chick. I said, you know what? I don't want nothing. I don't want anything from you. If you want to sell them, you can sell them. She's like, oh, okay. And she's like, you sure? I'm like, hey, I don't want because in Thailand they, out of respect, they make the money. It's their country. I don't want anything. You know what I'm saying? And it's a little chick in Thailand. She be selling, and the women love those t-shirts. They love the BMT and the Passport Bros t-shirts. They just be. Matter of fact, I was walking down. Oh man, what was that? Beach Road one time and saw a chick with a BMT Thailand shirt on. I'm like, wow, okay,
Mm.
little old girl getting them out there. So yeah,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
got another super chat by Daryl, who's also a member of $2 super chat. Man, I really appreciate that. He says
Oh,
Kazakhstan is waiting for you. Hold on, let me say it right. Kazakhstan. I think it's how you pronounce it. Is
I
waiting
think it's
for you.
Kazakhstan.
Is that
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan? I thought it was Kazakhstan. Maybe I'm wrong here.
Uh, the H is silent. But yeah, man, I know Daryl. I know Daryl, man. Daryl's that guy.
Mm.
Daryl's out there in Kazakhstan, man. I bumped into Daryl. I knew Daryl like already like for 6 months or something. Then him and I bumped into each other in Pattaya. He was with a Kazakh girl. I think it's his wife now. And yeah, man, Daryl's that guy. He knows all about kind of I guess it's called Eurasia, that part of the world. It's a mix of Europe and Asia. But yeah, I got to get out of there too. I got to get there too. But I already know, like, I was looking at those dang plane tickets, bro. Like, look, from my city to
Mhm,
Bangkok, it's
mhm.
like 3.5 hours, $100 one way.
That's not bad at all.
Not bad at all. Yeah. from my city to Kazakhstan is like over 7 hours. It's like $500 one way. So I was looking at that. I was like, dang, man, like with I can do like regular trips to Thailand pretty easily, and I can still be based in China. But Kazakhstan it just be like a bigger hassle. It's like, even like not even worrying about the flight cost, just like how many hours, it's like more like, and I got like transfer, but I can do
Mhm.
direct from my city to Bangkok, 3.5 hours easy. Like, like easy. I could do that every week if I wanted to. But yeah, man. I want a place where I can go to regularly, and it seems
Mhm.
like Kazakhstan doesn't get enough foot traffic. Like, not enough people are traveling there, so it's not as easy.
You know what? It was funny, man. I was actually dating a Korean mixed with Kazakhstan woman, and she was telling me about the history over there. She was telling me how she had to run from the police on rooftops. I'm like, what? And they got like a very interesting history with, I think it's Russia, right? Like it's like Russian, and it was like they was kind of, it was a separation, and Russia wanted to take over the country. It's all types of stuff you're telling me. And I was like, you know what? It's funny because as Black Americans, we think that we the only group that face, and we face some horrible oppression. Don't get me wrong, but when you find out what happened with the Pol Pot in Cambodia, and what happened out there, she was telling me what happened, and another topic was telling me how they kind of pretty much made separate, the foreigners or the Europeans came in and just carved up borders, and it was one big country, and now they shrunk Cambodia down to one little small country. You start to realize, you just like, damn, they really went through their own little systematic oppression as well out there.
Mhm.
Very
Yeah.
interesting, man. And I got a tough question for you too, bro. Well, I'm not gonna say a tough question, but I had this uh, written down for you before we even started the interview. Where is it at? All
I
right.
love tough questions.
Oh yeah. Uh, okay, here we go. Like, how do cultural differences and societal perceptions influence your relationship? So, what I mean by that is, have you ever been, of course, you're going to be the only Black guy in certain situations. Is there some type of stereotype that you face? Like, I, prime example, when I was, when I first got to Thailand, people would call me, the Asians would call me Michael Jordan. Then one used to come, they'll see me playing basketball, and they'd be like, "Oh, can you dunk?" and all this stuff. I'm like, "No, motherfucker, I'm a regular dude." But anything like that.
So here's the thing, like I guess we're talking about when I hang out with Chinese people. So basically, when I first came to China, I was studying Chinese a lot. So for my first few years, I did a lot of dating, partying, hanging out with Chinese people in local situations. And really like they're really inviting, especially if you learn the language, right? So like I speak Chinese pretty fluently. I dated a girl for like over 2 years who didn't speak any English, so my Chinese got really good with her. And yeah, like as long as you look presentable, like you dress pretty decent, you speak the language, you'll be all right. Honestly, like I haven't really had any negative situations that come to mind. Like, I mean, for me, like someone telling me I look like I've had people tell me I look like Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan, and like it's just something funny. I don't think it's like I don't take it as like a anything
Okay.
other than like people saying stuff like they just want to start conversation with you. Like for a lot of these people, they don't know how to talk to a foreigner, so they just like when they say something to you, um, don't take it personally. Just take it like it's them trying to start a conversation and like kind of be friendly because they don't know how to talk to you. Like they like this might be their first time and they don't
So
have a lot
so
of
so
interaction
so
with
so
them.
basically, like, no, nobody comes runs up to you like rapping or nothing like that. Like,
In China? Okay, so in my city, there are a lot of Chinese people who like rap and hip hop. So yeah, like I do get like a number, like especially like in nightclub situations or at night where there's like some hip hop Chinese guys. They see a
Mhm.
black guy, they really want to like make friends with me, like and
Right, right.
I try to be friendly most of the time. Like sometimes I'm not in the mood. Like sometimes I just want to like don't want to feel like talking or something. But I try to be friendly most of the time. And yeah, like they just see a black guy and they think in their mind they think cool, like a black guy. Like I've seen these types of guys on TV. I want to go talk to this guy. I want to like impress him with my knowledge of hip hop and like I want to like just be cool with this guy. So like when they see you, it's kind of like a little mini celebrity. And like for you, like, I mean, for me, for example, like I was just like, I was at my front of my apartment. I was just picking up some like groceries. I was like trying to find what bag was mine. And some Chinese guy, he had like dreads and he was like in hip hop clothing. He was like walking by and like he saw me and he immediately stopped and he like tried to announce himself, like tried to get my attention. And I'm like distracted. I'm trying to like find my takeout so I can like get out of there. But the guy, he really wants to be friends with me and like blah blah blah. But you get that kind of stuff, right? Where they just see you and they stop and they really want your attention. They want to like interact with you. And they might catch you at some pretty awkward moments. But really just, keep a sense of humor, guys. Like, you know, you're don't take stuff too seriously. Like if you're too sensitive, I know a lot of Americans are too sensitive these days. Like we get offended too easily. Like if you get too offended, man, just stay home. Like we don't need you over here, like, acting all like sensitive and butthurt about stuff, man. Like just be chill out.
Okay. Because the reason I asked you that is I did an interview with a guy a long time ago. I got to go find an interview. I might try to chop it up. But the brother was like, he was built, like I won't say he's a bodybuilder, but he like he played football, and he was in Japan, and he got offered like they were hounding him to do porn out there, basically, right? Yeah,
What?
over there.
You did what?
Yeah. No, they were hounding him they were kept asking him to do porn.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
Then I met a guy in Thailand and he said the same thing. He was just like, yeah, man, I'll be up in the club chilling. Then some Japanese guy approaches me. He's like, hey, man, I'll pay you this amount of money to do a video, to do porn and everything like that. So nothing, no situations like that you read it to, right?
I mean, if I ran into that, I wouldn't do porn in China. I would probably do it in Japan because porn in China is illegal. But in
Mm-hmm.
Japan, it's like it's pretty standardized. If I was traveling in Japan again and like someone approached me legit and said, "Hey, I'll pay you money to smash down these 3 Japanese girls on camera," I might be tempted to say yes.
Okay. Okay. And what advice would you give to other guys who are considering living or traveling to Asia?
Um, get your
You
money
basically
right.
already said like have an open
Oh
mind,
yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, open mind. I mean, I think most of the places that you probably want to live in Asia. Like, here's the thing, guys. So, I talked about my first year in South Korea. I kind of made a mistake my first year. I chose a city that was like, I dated a Korean girl in university, and she told me that she comes from this city in Korea called Daegu. So that's why I chose that city. I was like, hey, man, I met this really cute Korean girl. She's from this city. I
mhm,
should probably go there. I'm gonna look for a job there. I didn't want to be in like the big city Seoul where
mhm.
all the foreigners were. And I think that was a mistake. I think that as an American, for me, I kind of like my American comforts. And I think like being surrounded by too much foreign stuff where it's like not really any like American comforts. For me, that's not really, I learned that about myself. I learned that I like having some American comforts around me in foreign countries, even if I'm in a foreign country, right?
That's
So
what I felt about Cambodia.
yeah.
I mean, another country, not Cambodia, another country.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah, I just like I wanna be surrounded by foreign comforts a little bit. Even a lot. Like even right now in China, because my business, I do business with American people, right? Like before, I used to be a painter in China, so I was selling artwork to Chinese people. I was like hanging out with Chinese people a lot. I was like, trying to do like a local business. Then I
Mhm,
changed my business to kind of e-commerce and now I do like a lot of consulting. Guys are hiring me because they want to like a lot of guys want to travel to China now. A lot of guys are interested in travel to China, and a lot of guys are interested in English teaching. So I've been
mhm,
doing consulting for those two things for the past few months, and a lot of guys are interested in that. So most of my business is with English speaking people. So even though I live in China, I'm kind of in a little American bubble because even when I go to the nightclub, the main types of women I talk to are English speaking Chinese women. I speak Chinese, but like, in the foreigner nightclub, the nightclub where all the girls who want to date foreigners go, a lot of them speak English. And I deal, basically I'm kind of in an American bubble in China. So and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I pretty much got my experience with Chinese culture. I've been here 9 years now. Learned the language, dated a lot of women. So I've kind of had my experience with like the language and the culture. A lot of guys say, "Hey, man, you should learn the language and the culture of the country you go to." I say maybe. It depends on your situation. So at this point in my life, I'm kind of in a bubble, and I say like, "Hey, I'm living an American life in China." Do I say that you need to learn Chinese? It would be nice if you're gonna stay in China. It'll probably make your life a lot easier. Do you need to learn the culture? Maybe, sure, whatever. It'll make your life easier. I'm not gonna tell guys they have to do it or they should do it. I'm gonna say, hey, it'd probably make your life easier. But if you're just like a guy who's working from your laptop or running a business from your laptop, like me, I kind of do a lot of business from my laptop now.
Mm.
Maybe getting involved in the culture and the language might not be too important for you, especially if you're dating women who speak English.
Mm. That's a good point. That's a very good point. I want to give a shout out to Black Mind with I think that's the Saudi real, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's a Saudi dollar. The 25, I really appreciate that. He says, I have also seen Filipino guys here in Saudi. Okay, yeah, in Saudi Arabia that look up to black men, both black Saudis and African American, especially Muslim Filipinos from their south. All right. I didn't even realize there's black Saudis, actually. But shout out to you. We gotta do an interview, Black Man. I got to do an interview with you as well, man. But I appreciate the $5 super chat. Now, before we go, bro, I want you to shout out your business, brother, your Luxology bags.
Oh yeah, y'all. These travel bags, man. I bring my Luxology bag with me. My travel bag. It's called the Travelux. Travalux. You'll see it on the front page of FlightMadness.com. And basically, I use it. It's a toiletry bag, so you can hold your toothbrush, your lotions, everything. And I bring it with me on all my travels, guys. It's been really good. I spent a lot of time designing it. Guys have been giving me really good reviews. I got one guy, he's like in Iraq right now. He's like in Iraq with his bag. And he told me he brought it over there. I'm like, dang, bro, like, it's not bomb proof. It's not a bomb proof bag, but it's made of pretty high quality leather. And yeah, y'all, you can use the code LUX20, LUX20. You get $20 off the bag. And yeah, we got free shipping, free international shipping. And yeah, y'all, if you want your bag, you can get that.
What's the website again?
FlightMadness.com. It's on the front page, FlightMadness.com.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. All right. Hold on. Let me
So,
tap
oh
that in.
yeah, let me plug that English teaching one more time, guys. So I made a guide for you. It's like I made the quick start English teaching guide for you guys. So like you guys see me traveling the world. I've been living overseas for over 10 years now. I've been living overseas for almost 15 years, but I've been making money for about 10 years. And I've been doing it through English teaching. And if you're an American man, I can help you get an English teaching job, maybe less than 3 months or maybe even a month later. Like I
Mhm.
say, in as little as 30 days, I can get you a job, and you can be making money overseas. Like you can be traveling, living a pretty good life. Like that's what I've been doing the past 10 years, guys. And I really love my life. Like, I have a lot of freedom. I don't have no stress. I got lots of time to do everything I want to do. And I've been showing other guys how to do this. Like a lot of guys been reaching out to me. They've been paying me consultation fees just to teach them how they can get a job and like get the best job possible. And you can educate yourself. I make a quick start guide for you so you can get started. You can at least educate yourself. And if you have any more questions, you can contact me and we can set something up, because I can really help you get the best job possible, because my job is awesome. Like uh I work like what, 2 days a week. I got like 4.5 months vacation. You guys see me, I'm traveling multiple times a year.
Mhm.
Some guys can only travel like once a year for like a week or something. I can travel every week if I want to. 'Cause I only work 2 days. Like I'm on vacation right now, guys. I'm on vacation for like 2 months. I've been on vacation since like early January. That's how I was able to spend 2 weeks in the Philippines. I was thinking about going to Thailand this week, but this week is Chinese New Year. So Chinese people are traveling everywhere and it's like hectic everywhere. So I just wanted to stay home. But maybe later this month or maybe next month I might hit up Bangkok or I might do Cambodia or Vietnam. But yeah, y'all, it's this English
Yeah,
teaching lifestyle.
you don't want to go to Cambodia, man. It's trash, bro. Trust me, don't go.
Oh yeah. It can't be worse than the Philippines. Can't be worse than the Philippines.
All right, I want to give a shout out to my man King Marco for $10 cash out, man. I really appreciate that, bro. Thanks for the cash out. Appreciate that. Appreciate all the solution. All right, bro. Another great show. Let me ask you this before we go, though. Do you plan on traveling outside of Southeast Asia, like maybe to Latin America at some point, Brazil, or anywhere in Europe or Africa?
I want to see Brazil. I might save that for 2025.
Okay.
Me and Daryl were talking about Kazakhstan. I gotta see because this year I'm trying to like really focus on my business, and I gotta film a lot of content. So I might save Kazakhstan for maybe the end of the year, maybe or possibly 2025. I don't know, but I really want to hit up like I think it would be good for me to go to Brazil, just get well rounded,
Mhm.
because that way I can just talk about more stuff. But me personally, I know I'm probably always gonna stay in Asia because I make so much money over here and my lifestyle is so good over here. And plus with the job I got now, like the jobs, the businesses I'm doing, I can always travel to Brazil as much as I want. So it's like I'm not in a rush to relocate. But yeah, I think I
Mhm.
should probably check out South America just to see like, the nice curvy ladies that got all these guys dodging bullets for, like guys out there dodging bullets just so they can like get with these curvy ladies.
Hey, you know what? I'm not even gonna hold you, but when I got back from Thailand to Colombia, I was super paranoid. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had to readjust real quickly to where I was at. You know, like I'm like, okay, I remember I can't trust, anybody like that anymore. If that makes any
Yeah,
sense.
man.
If that makes any
Man.
sense.
Man, it's this man. In South Korea, you can walk down the street, South Korea, at midnight. You see drunk Korean men lying on the street because they've been drinking all night, and nobody bothers them. Like no one robs them, nothing. A lot of these Asian countries, they just have like they have like a level of self-respect for like they have like a cultural thing where like they won't stoop below a level, like, stealing from a person who's drunk or laying on the street. That's just so low that the average person would not do that. And yeah, like in Asia, like I'm not worried about my safety at all, guys. Like I could fall asleep with my door open. I can leave my door open all day. Nobody's gonna like come inside my apartment and rob me. I could like wear all my, I love
Do
fashion.
you
I got
have
a
do
closet.
you have burglar bars in front of your door?
What?
Yeah,
I haven't seen burger.
I will show you my burglar bars in front of my door. They got burglar bars in front of the door. They got burglar bars on the balcony. This is like wow, and yeah, it's I mean, I love the Caribbean and South America, but sometimes I just be like, damn, like it's just a super readjustment. It's funny, man, because I've talked to Thai women they be like, hey, Aaron, how's Colombia? I'm like, oh, it's cool, everything. And I'd be like, you gonna visit one day? They was like, no, like they don't even want no part of South America for the most part. They like, no. So it is what it is. But Danny, once again, man, you've been a great guest. Again, it's like maybe a third or fourth show, bro. I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, man. Great time, man. Thanks so much. I look forward to posting more on the app. I'm posting a lot more on the app these days. I took a break for like a month 'cause I was doing
Mhm,
so much English teaching. Now
mhm.
I'm back to making content. Oh yeah, guys, I got a video that's about to drop on my channel in about 2 minutes. So right now, you guys are about we're about to end the stream. Go over to Flight Madness YouTube. I got a video, it's titled like what? Freaky Thailand Secrets. Like we're talking about some pretty freaky stuff in Thailand. I think you guys gonna like it. Go to Flight Madness. It's dropping in about 1 minute. New video dropping in 1 minute on Flight Madness YouTube. So after this stream ends, go watch it, y'all. I want y'all to blow that video up because I put some really interesting stuff in there, y'all, for y'all.
Yeah, your videos is dope, man. I see you doing more. I love when you drop a video, bro.
Thanks, man. I'm trying to stay consistent, man. It's a full-time job, man. Cutting these
YouTube
videos,
is
like,
a lot of people don't know that YouTube is a full time. I try to tell them, guys that do consultations with. I be like, listen, man, like you got to really grind on YouTube now. You got to do a formula. You just can't drop videos and expect them to go viral no more. It used to be like that. But once a social media platform gets established, like they get to that 5 billion, 4 billion mark and all that bullshit, it's very difficult to stand out. But it's a good thing that we have this Passport Bro niche, right? You can just tag your stuff Passport Bros, and that's what a lot of people do. That's sometimes why Passport Bros get a bad name too. But once again, bro, appreciate you. Your channel is called Flight Madness, right?
yeah, everything's Flight Madness, y'all. I rebranded myself. My whole thing is whole Flight Madness. So when you hear flights, I want you to think about Flight Madness, Danny. So just go to Flight Madness YouTube, y'all. New video officially just dropped. So go watch it, y'all.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, see you.
Take advantage of women who are not financially stable. You go over here and find somebody who's going to treat you like a king.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.